How does nuclear power work? Have you ever wondered how nuclear power plants generate electricity? In this video, we're going to briefly explore the fascinating world of nuclear power and how it works to provide energy for millions of people around the world. To understand nuclear power, we first need to look at the building blocks of matter, atoms. Atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons, with the protons and neutrons forming the nucleus at the center. Nuclear power relies on the energy released when atomic nuclei are split or combined, a process known as nuclear fission or nuclear fusion, respectively. In the case of nuclear power plants, they predominantly use nuclear fission. So how exactly does nuclear fission create energy? It starts with uranium, a heavy and radioactive element commonly used as fuel in nuclear reactors. When uranium atoms are bombarded with neutrons, the uranium nucleus absorbs the neutron, becoming unstable and splitting into smaller elements called fission products. This process releases a tremendous amount of energy in the form of heat, as well as additional neutrons, which go on to cause more fissions in a chain reaction. Now that we have this heat energy, we need to convert it into electricity. This is where the nuclear reactor comes into play. The heat generated by fission heats up the coolant, usually water or gas, that flows through the reactor. This hot coolant is then used to produce steam, which powers turbines connected to generators that produce electricity. The reactor is essentially a giant, heavily reinforced container filled with nuclear fuel rods, where the fission process occurs. But what about the risks associated with nuclear power? Safety measures are of utmost importance in nuclear power plants. Multiple barriers and containment structures are in place to prevent the release of radioactive materials, and reactors are designed with multiple layers of redundancy to ensure safe and stable operation. In conclusion, nuclear power is a complex yet fascinating process that harnesses the power of atomic nuclei to generate electricity. With advancements in technology and safety measures, nuclear power continues to be a valuable and reliable source of energy for the world.